Breathing words, where every word comes to life.
It ends with us. Colleen Hoover.
Chapter 12. The best day ever. Hi everyone. It's so good to have you here again. If you've been following our journey, you probably remember that the last chapter was a true roller coaster, right? Lily was diving into those old journals, reviving all the pain and the refuge that Atlas represented in her life. It was a heavy chapter, but so necessary for us to understand the size of the void left in her heart. And the most interesting part is that while the past was knocking on her door through the diary, the present was right there during that tense reunion at the restaurant that left everyone breathless. But today, in Chapter 12, the vibe completely shifts. We step out of that deep melancholy of the letters and fall straight into the adrenaline of seeing Lily's dream thrive. Her flower shop is a total success. Imagine this woman's anxiety with how busy it is. It's that moment where all the hard work becomes reality, you know? So grab your coffee, get comfy in your chair, because today we're moving between professional success, laughing with friends, and a revelation that, honestly, caught me completely by surprise and changed the whole energy of the scene. So take a second to leave a like, because it helps the channel so much to reach more people who love to feel every chapter along with us. And if this video touches you in any way, leave an emoji in the comments at the end. It can even be a little flower to describe this entire chapter. You know I love reading every single one of your comments. Now get your coffee, your blanket, get cozy wherever you are, because today we're going to talk about happiness, friendship, love, belonging, and those tiny feelings of maybe now everything is finally falling into place. Petals and the Big News. The energy of this chapter changes a little, and that makes it even more intense. Because life is exactly like that sometimes, right? There are days when we feel completely broken, and the next day it feels like everything has finally started to get back on track. And that is exactly the feeling this chapter dives into. What touched me the most right at the beginning of the scene was seeing Lily finally in her element. She's at the shop working, creating a bouquet in a steampunk style. You know, that industrial vibe with gears, old clocks, and metal mixed with the delicacy of flowers. She took some white roses, dyed them purple, and used old boots she found at a flea market as vases. The impact of the scene is even bigger when we realized she finally found what she wants to do with her life, to create. It's not just about selling flowers, it's about giving them a soul. Alyssa, her best friend and now business partner, is there helping out, and guys, their dynamic is amazing. The shop is pure madness. The phone is ringing, people are walking in, online orders are piling up, and every time Alyssa passed by Lily, she would drop that line that anyone who overworks has heard before. You need more employees. She said it at 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m. Even Marshall, Alyssa's husband, showed up and heard the same thing. The strongest part of the scene is feeling that good kind of exhaustion when a plan actually works out, you know? When 6 p.m. comes and they finally lock the door and slide down to the floor, completely exhausted, it's impossible not to smile with them. Lily actually made it. She is right there, surrounded by flowers and the feeling of a job well done. Speaking of the devil. But of course, nothing is perfect, right? In the middle of all this joy, Lily had a little bit of sadness because Raul hadn't shown his face yet. But as they say, speaking of the devil, he shows up tapping on the window. And here the book does something very interesting, because it shows a completely apologetic Ryle for arriving late, showering Lily with gifts and kisses, and she, of course, softens up right away. The celebration continues when Marshall arrives with a bag full of kigurumis. Yes, those one-piece animal pajamas, and all of them in a cat print. For those who don't know, in the United States, it's very common for sports bars to have these crazy promotions like, if you come in a costume, you get free drinks. And Marshall, even though he's a millionaire, never seems to miss an opportunity to cause controversy, dressing everyone in kigurumis. Now, picture the scene, for adults, including a renowned neurosurgeon and a guy who made millions of dollars this year, all dressed as cats going to a bar to watch a hockey game just to get free beer. That's funny. It's that type of humor that breaks the tension of the book and makes us feel like part of the group, as if we were right there at the table with them. And that's when I started to feel like something was about to happen. The group is there, in that noisy bar, and Marshall starts insisting that Alyssa should have a drink. He teases her, asking how he's going to get her pregnant if she doesn't get a little tipsy, and the vibe gets a bit heavy for a second, because we know they had been trying and couldn't conceive. Y'all remember? But then Alyssa drops it, "I can't have any alcohol." And the silence that follows is deafening. Suddenly, the whole bar stops when Marshall realizes what she's saying. He climbs onto the table, yes, dressed as a cat, and starts screaming to the entire bar. I'm going to be a father. I'm going to be a father. Guys, it's the most sweet and chaotic thing in the world. For real? Seeing this giant man, in a costume, exploding with joy on top of a table, for me, the weight of the scene is precisely in the contrast between the seriousness of life and the purity of that moment. Lily and Ryle are right below, crying tears of joy, celebrating that new life coming into the world. It warms your heart. Boyfriends. But here's the thing, things are going great, right? We're celebrating, sharing stories about how Alyssa and Marshall met, which, honestly, is hilarious. She literally called him a ridiculous piece of shit right off the bat. But then, Lily asks a simple question about their age, and Alyssa replies with something about being 3 kids in 3 years. Ain't no way. 3? Lily freezes. She only knew about Alyssa and Ryle. And then, the mood at the table shifts instantly, when Ryle drops the smile, gets completely serious, and shares that they had an older brother who passed away when they were kids. Man, that really got to me. You can just feel this heavy, endless pain right there at the table because of Ryle's reaction. You never really fully heal from a loss, I know. But it kind of feels like a shadow following him, you know what I'm saying? Well, but somehow, after the night ends and we say goodbye to Alyssa, Lily and Ryle finally head back to her apartment. And that's when it hit her. They run into her roommate, Lucy, and Ryle introduces himself with total confidence. Ryle Kincaid, Lily's boyfriend. For real? Boyfriend. Guys, Lily literally has to stop and process the word. It's the first time he says it out loud, with conviction, for anyone to hear. No more trial runs, no more games. After all the ups and downs, they are officially a couple. She is his girlfriend, and he is her boyfriend. It's this massive wave of reassurance and safety, and not gonna lie, it makes her heart explode with happiness. Thoughts. The chapter takes a very intimate and intense turn in Lily's bedroom. And I need to tell you, the narrative here is so engaging because you can feel the electricity between them. He challenges her, tells her not to move, and there is a whole game of seduction that makes Lily think, literally, that this is the best day of her life. Everything seems to be falling into place. The shop is a success, her best friend is having a baby, and the man she desires finally called her his boyfriend. Great day for our Lily, right? But guys, there is something about that bar scene that I can't get out of my head, and that made my heart feel so tight. It was when Alyssa accidentally mentioned they were 3 kids in 3 years. Did you notice how the mood changed instantly? The weight of that revelation about an older brother who passed away as a child, it was like a cloud passed over all the joy of the baby news. What intrigued me the most was Ryle's expression. It was quick, but you could see an endless pain there. I felt that. The most curious part of all this is that Ryle had never spoken about it, and the way he cut the conversation short makes me think, what really happened? And maybe that's exactly what makes this moment so unsettling. Why keep this secret for so long? Could this wound from the past be connected to Ryle's intense and sometimes explosive behavior that we've already started to notice? I was here theorizing. Did this trauma shape the man he is today in a way that Lily doesn't know yet? There's a mystery in the air, you know, like we're starting to see the shadows behind the light. But you know how it is, in life, just like in Colleen Hoover's books, when everything seems a bit too perfect, we always get that uncomfortable feeling. Will all this happiness last? Or will the shadows Ryle mentioned at the bar show up to collect their price? I don't know. Do you think this title of boyfriend came to bring peace, or is there still a lot of drama ahead? Well, everyone, chapter 12 ends like this, with this feeling of triumph and passion. But I want to hear from you now. Comment down below what you think about Ryle's evolution so far. And if you are speechless today but still following everything with us, leave a little flower emoji just so I know you stopped by and felt this chapter with me. Don't forget to subscribe because chapter 13 is coming, and if 12 was the best day, we know that in this story, things can change in the blink of an eye. See you in the next chapter. It ends with us, a best-selling book by Colleen Hoover, so loved that it already has its own movie.
The story continues.
I'll be back soon. Make sure to like this video and leave me a comment, because I want to know your thoughts too. Share this video with someone you know who loves a good story. Make sure to subscribe too, because the next chapters are getting way more intense and more impossible to stop listening to. I'm sure you don't want to miss anything. Thank you so much for being here. Breathing Words, where every word comes to life. Your place to hear stories with voice and heart.